Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Off the Cuff, and this is a special edition because I'm not really going to be showing any handcuffs. The reason is because I'm going to give a little tribute to the Amazing Randi, who recently passed away, as I'm sure you know. He was an inspiration to a lot of people, not just magicians and escape artists like me, but the scientific community as well. Randi was an inspiration to me as an escape artist, but also as a collector of handcuffs. And that's why I thought I'd do the tribute to him during an episode of Off the Cuff instead of vlogging about it or on Magic Mondays or whatever. Because I'm going to show you why he influenced me as a handcuff collector. Now, as an escape artist, obviously Houdini was huge to me. And I read every book that I could find on him, including this one that Randi co-wrote. It's a fantastic book, especially for the illustrations. I mean, there's just tons and tons of great shots of Houdini. It's a good read. And basically what they did was, the first author, Bert Sugar, did it more from a historical point of view, and Randi gave his perspective as an escape artist and, you know, included some personal experiences in illustrating the life of Houdini. For me, Randi included photographs of his, well, some pieces in his collection. We have, and also on the previous page, there was just a few on the previous page. And this helped me with my collection because it gave me a sort of checklist, a wish list, as it were. I just wanted to own an example of every single cuff, just like Randi did. That way I could have a collection comparable to his. So far, I've been lucky. On this page, first page here, I've been able to get that one and that one. I still don't have Berliner, especially not the Dortmunder pictured here. I've been very fortunate, and it took years to obtain an example of every single cuff on this page. I also have dozens of those. And on this one, all but two. There's two cuffs that I don't have from this that are still on my list. One is at the top, the Bastille cuffs, and the Pinkerton or Towers Detective leg irons. I don't have them yet. And if you would like to help me complete my checklist so that I can move on with my sad and pathetic life, I'd be more than honored and happy to accept it. Now, Randi, of course, winner of the MacArthur Fellowship, Genius Award, investigator of the psychics, and also an author. Just a few of the examples of the books that he has written. This is one of the first ones I ever bought of his. And if you don't own this book yet, please buy it immediately. This is a fantastic book. He went on Carson a million times. You know, he was on all the talk shows and did all those circuits and everything. And he did one on Nostradamus, a couple on Uri Geller. And I was actually fortunate enough to meet him in person when he gave a speech in the Philadelphia area, actually in Philadelphia. And not only did I get to meet him, but I was lucky enough to get him to sign a few things, including this poster. That was actually from the event, and he signed it to me. And there's a story in them Hills. I brought my books along, and I got his autograph. He was super nice. He actually chatted. I got to chat with him for a little bit. And coincidentally, at the time I was in college, and I had just given a speech in my psychology class on phony faith healers and things like that because of the Flim Flam book. I think that's why. I also have most of the magazines he's been in. You know, he's been in tons of magic magazines. A lot of the Skeptical Inquirer that he was a well-known contributor to, and he was on the board different paranormal investigation committees. I've been lucky enough to assemble a pretty nice collection of Randi memorabilia, but I don't have any of his handcuffs yet. I would like to get a pair of actual cuffs that he owned. There's a few posters out there that I need to get. I have a lot of original magazine articles. He was featured in magic magazines throughout his entire career, and also newspaper files and things like that that I have. I just wish that I had more. The point of this off the cuff is basically to show how I set little goals for myself as far as collecting goes. Originally, I started with this checklist. I wanted everything that was on that. And while I was trying to assemble this checklist and get each item from it. There was also other checklists in my head. For example, I wanted to get a sample of every handcuff that I saw in a Houdini movie. So in 1953's Tony Curtis version of Houdini, in a scene with Bess wondering where he spent his money from his paycheck, when he had a regular job, he bought a pair of Hamburg 8s. So naturally, I had to get a pair of Hamburg 8s. In the Paul Michael Glazier, he had a pair of Cummings cuffs on. So I wanted to get those cuffs. And on like that. Everybody collects handcuffs for different reasons. Mine happens to be because of the escape artist aspect and the connection with Houdini, and also Randi. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you a little bit of info about the Amazing Randi and how he inspired me to seek out certain pieces for the collection. It just sort of gave me little goals to accomplish as time went on. Yeah, you know what you do? Hey, this is serious over here. So be sure to tune in again next week for another edition of Off the Cuff, and that one will be featuring a pair of leg irons with a pretty cool historical story behind them. Until next time, everybody, just please stay safe.